Hello. This is the revision video of Toilet Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act for Diploma in Pharmacy, second year. In this topic, we cover all the provisions of this act. An act to provide for the levy and collection of duties of excise and medicinal and toilet preparation containing alcohol, narcotic drug or narcotic. Short title, extent and commencement. This act may be called the Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Excise Duty Act 1955. It extends to the whole of India. It shall come into force on such date too as the central government may by notification in the official gazette appoint. Definition. Definition in this act unless the context otherwise requires. Alcohol means ethyl alcohol of any strength and purity have the chemical composition of C2H5OH. The next one is coca derivative means crude coking, that is any extract of coca leaf which can be used directly or indirectly for the manufacture of cocaine. Ecogenine, that is levoicogenine, having the chemical formula C9H15NO3H2O, and all the derivatives of levoicogenine from which it can be recovered, and cocaine, that is methylbenzoyl levoicogenine, having the chemical formula C17H21NO4, and its salt. Coca leaf means the leaf and young twig of any coca plant, that is for the erythrooxylone coca and the erythrooxylone novogenesis herein and their varieties, and of any other species of this genus which the central government may by notification in the official gazette declare to be coca plants for the purpose of this act, and any mixture thereof with or without neutral materials. Collecting government means the central government, or as the case may be, the state government, which is entitled to collect the duties levied under this act. Derivative of opium means medicinal opium, that is opium which has undergone the processes necessary to adapt it for medicinal use. Prepared opium, that is any product of opium obtained by any series of operations designed to transform opium and extracts suitable for smoking and the dross or other residue remaining after opium is smoked. Morphine, that is the principal alkaloid of opium, having the chemical formula C17H19NO3 and its salt and its derivative. Dutiable goods means the medicinal and toilet preparation specified in the schedule as being subject to the duties of excise levied under this Act. Excise officers mean an officer of the excise department of any state and include any person empowered by the collecting government to exercise all or any of the powers of an excise officer under this Act. Indian hemp means the leaf, small stalks and flowering of fruiting tops of the Indian hemp plant Cannabis sativa, including all forms known as bhang, siddhi, or ganja, charas, that is the resin obtained from the Indian hemp plant which has not been submitted to any manipulation other than those necessary for packing and transport. Any mixture with or without neutral materials of any of the above forms of Indian hemp or any drink prepared therefrom. Any extract or tincture of any of the above forms of Indian hemp manufacture means include any processes incidental or ancillary to the completion of the manufacture of any dutiable goods extended to Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Wide notification to GSR 1534 Gazette Number Section 2. This act has been extended to Goa and Daman Diu. Medicinal preparation include all drugs which are a remedy or prescription prepared for internal or external use of human being or animal and all substances intended to be used for or in the treatment, mitigation or prevention of disease in human beings or animals. Narcotic or narcotic means which is coca leaf or coca derivative or opium or derivative of opium or Indian hemp and shall include any other substance capable of causing or producing in human being dependence, tolerance and withdrawal syndrome, and which the central government may by notification in the official gazette declare to be a narcotic drug or narcotic. Opium means the capsule of the poppy Papaver somniferum, whether in their original form or cut, crushed or powdered, and whether or not juice has been extracted therefrom. This spontaneously coagulated juice of such capsule, which has not been submitted to any manipulation other than those necessary for packing and transport, and any mixture with or without neutral materials of any of the above forms of opium, and include any derivative of opium. Prescribed means prescribed by rules made under this act. Toilet preparation means any preparation which is instead for use in the toilet of the human body or in perfuring apparel of any description or any substances intended to cleanse, improve or alter the complexion, skin, hair or teeth, and includes deodorants and perfumes. Levies and collection of duties. Duties of excise to be levied and collected on certain goods. There shall be levied duties of excise and the rates specified in the schedule on all dutiable goods manufactured in India. The duties aforesaid shall be leviable where the dutiable goods are manufactured in bond in the state in which such goods are released from the bonded warehouse for home consumption, whether such state is the state of manufacture or not, where the dutiable goods are not manufactured in bond in the state in which such goods are manufactured. subject to the other provision contained in this act, and duties aforesaid shall be collected in such manner as may be prescribed. Explanation: dutiable goods are said to be manufactured in bond within the meaning of this section if they are allowed to be manufactured in bond within the meaning of the section. They are allowed to be manufactured without any payment of any duty of excise leviable under any law for the time begin in force in respect of alcohol, narcotic drug or narcotic which is to be used as an ingredient in the manufacture of such goods. Rebate of duty on alcohol supplied for manufacture of dutiable goods. Rebate of duty on alcohol supplied for manufacture of dutiable goods where alcohol had been supplied to a manufacturer of any dutiable goods for use as an ingredient of such goods. Ingredient of such goods are under the authority of the collecting government, and the duty of excise on the goods so supplied had already been recovered by such government under any law for the time being in force. The collecting government shall, on the application being made to in this behalf, grant in respect to the duty of excise leviable under this act a rebate to such manufacturer of the excess if any of the duty so recovered over the duty leviable under this act. Recovery of sums due to government. Recovery of sums due to government in respect of the duty of excise and any other sums of any kind payable to the collecting government under any of the provision of this act or of the rules made thereunder. The excise officer empowered by the said rules or to levy such duty or require the payment of some such sums may deduct the amount so payable from any money owing to the person from whom such sums may be recoverable or due, which may be in his hands or under his disposal or control, or may recover the amount by attachment and sale of dutiable goods belonging to such person, and if the amount payable is not so recovered, he may prepare a certificate signed by him specifying the amount due from the person liable to pay the sum and send it to the collector of the district in which such person resides or conduct his business, and so the said collector on receipt of such certificate shall proceed to recover from the said person the amount specified therein the same manner as an area of land revenue. Certain operations to be subject to licenses, the central government may by notification in the official gazette provide that from such date as may be specified in the notification, no person shall engage in the production or manufacture of any dutiable goods or of any specified component, part, or ingredients of such goods or of specified containers of such goods or of label of such containers except under the authority and in accordance with the terms and conditions of a license granted under this act. Every license and subsection shall be granted for such area, if any, for such period, subject to such restrictions and conditions, and in such form and containing such particular as may be prescribed. Offences and penalties. Offences and penalties. If any person contravenes any of the provision of a notification issued under Section 6 or evades the payment of any duty of excise payable under this Act or subsection by Act 66 of 1976, serial number 39, fails to supply any information which is required by rule made under this Act to supply, or unless with a reasonable belief the burden of proving which shall be upon him that the information supplied by him is true, supplies false the information, attempts to commit or abet the commission of any offence mentioned in clause B, he shall for every such offence be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may be extended to 6 months, or with fine which may extend to 2000 rupees, or with both. Power of court to order forfeiture. Power of court to order forfeiture. Any court trying any offence under Section 7 may order the forfeiture to the collecting government of any dutiable goods in respect of which the court is satisfied that an offence under this Act has been committed, and may also order the forfeiture of any alcohol, drugs, or materials by means of which the offence has been committed, and of any respectable packages or covering each in which any such goods or articles are contained, and the animal, vehicles, vessels, or other conveniences used in the carrying such goods or articles, and any implements or machinery used in the manufacture of such goods. Powers and duties of officer and landholders. Power to arrest. Power to arrest. Any excise officer duly empowered by rules made in this behalf may arrest any person whom he has reason to believe to be liable to punishment under this Act. Any person accused or reasonably suspected of committing an offence under this Act, or any rules made thereunder, who on demand of any excise officer duly empowered by rule made under this Act refuses to give his name and residence, or who gives a name or residence which such officer has no belief to be false may be arrested by such officer in order that his name and residence may be screened. Power to summon person to give evidence and produce documents in inquiries under this Act. Power to summon person to give evidence and produce documents inquiry under this Act. Any excise officer duly empowered by rule made in this behalf shall have power to summon any person whose attendance he considers necessary either to give evidence or to produce documents or any other things in any inquiry which such officer is making for any the purpose of this act. A summon to produce documents or other things under subsection 1 may be for the production of certain specified documents or things or for the production of all documents or things of a certain description in the possession or under the control of the person concerned. All persons so summoned shall be bound to attend either in person or by an authorized agent as such officers may direct. Under all persons so summoned shall be bound to state the truth of any subject respecting which he is examined or make statement and produce such documents and other things as may be required, provided that the exemption under Section 132 and Section 133 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 5 of the 1908 shall apply to requisition for attendance under this section. Every such inquiry as foresaid shall be deemed to be a judicial proceeding within the meaning of the Section 193 and Section 228 of the Indian Penal Code. Officers required to assist excise officer. Officer required to assist excise officer and officers of customs and central excise and such other officers of central government as may be specified in this behalf, and all police officers and all officers engaged in the collection of land revenue and hereby empowered and required to assist excise officers in this execution of this act. Punishment for convenience of offences. Punishment for convenience of offences. Any owner or occupier land or any agent of such owner or occupier in charge of the management of that land who wilfully connives at any offence against the provision of this act or any rule made hereunder shall for every such offence be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months or with fine which may extend to 500 rupees or both. Searched and arrested. How to be made? Searched and arrested how to be made. All arrests and searches made under this Act or under any rule made thereunder shall be carried out in accordance with the provisions of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1898, 5 of 1898 relating respectively to research and arrest under this code. Disposal of person arrested. Every person arrested under this Act shall be forwarded without delay to the nearest excise officer empowered to send person so arrested to a magistrate, or if there is no such excise officer within a reasonable distance, to the officer in charge of the nearest police station. The officers in charge of a police station by whom any person is forwarded under subsection shall either admit him to a bail to appear before a magistrate having jurisdiction, or in default of bail forward him without delay in custody to such magistrate. Inquiry how to be made by excise officer against arrested person forwarded to them. When any person is forwarded under this section 15 to an excise officer empowered to send person so arrested to a magistrate, the excise officer shall proceed to inquire into the charge against him. For the purpose of subsection 1, the excise officer may exercise the same powers and shall be subjected to the same provisions as the officer in charge of a police station may exercise, and is subject to under the Code of Criminal Procedure 1898 5 of 1898 when investigating a cognizable case. Provide that if the excise officer is of opinion that there is sufficient evidence or reasonable ground of suspicion against the accused person, he shall either admit him to bail to appear before the magistrate having jurisdiction in the case, or forward him in the custody without delay to such magistrate. If it appears to excise officer that there is not sufficient evidence or reasonable ground of suspicion against the accused person, he shall release the accused person on his executing a bond with or without surety, as the excise officer may direct to appear if and when so required before the magistrate having jurisdiction, and shall make a full report of the particular of the case of his official superior. Officers exercising any powers under the section 15 or this section shall so exercise their powers as to ensure that every person who is arrested and detained in custody is produced before the nearest magistrate within a period of 24 hours of such arrest, excluding the time necessary for the journey from the place of arrest to the court of the magistrate. Vexatious search, seizure by excise officer. Powers under this Act or under the rules made thereunder without reasonable ground of the suspicions shall search or cause to be searched by any place, convenience or vessels. Any officer exercise vexatiously and unnecessarily detains, research or arrest any person, movable property of any person, or pretence of seizing or searching of any article liable to confiscation under this Act, commit such officers any other act to injury of any person without having reason to believe that such act is required for the execution of his duty, shall for every such offences be punishable with the fine, which may extend to 2000 rupees.